Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a nice day. Mom here.
Storm here.
Kimmy here.
Are we still going to have a nice day after this movie? I don't know.
I don't know.
We're watching a horror movie today.
We'll see.
A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Ooh,
I'm glad we're not on Elm Street.
Oh, boy.
Yes, I've never seen this before. Completely blind. I think you're blind as well, right?
Completely.
I had no idea.
So I think it's going to be an interesting journey.
Oh, boy.
Shall we watch?
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, my.
Oh,
Wolverine.
wow, that's going to be a nightmare, all right. Oh, this is going to be lovely.
Freddy Krueger. Oh, my God. Yes, go close to the voice that's whispering your name.
Laughing.
Go the opposite direction.
No weapons in her hand. I'd be grabbing something.
Oh.
Oh, now I should run.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, with the fire?
Oh, God.
I'm right here. That's what you're telling her. Aww.
And then you go out. You're going to get stabbed or something. It's quiet now. Behind you.
Oh, she's having a nightmare.
Okay, that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
just a dream.
Oh, literally.
God.
Holy
Whoa.
What is
What?
that?
Yeah, out here at Barry's. Huh? Yeah, noisy
The old
as
days
usual.
with fibbing to your parents where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aunt Eunice says hello.
Aunt Eunice.
Right, I'll call you in the morning. Yeah, sure. Just some kids drag racing outside. I think.
From some movie.
Listen, I gotta go.
And an accident.
Oh, okay, shut it off.
Right.
Oh, he looked up too. He knows.
Is he having one too? Because he said, is that Johnny Depp?
Yeah, is it?
Wait a minute.
It took you a while.
This
Yeah,
guy is so young.
Holy
Yeah,
cows.
that is
Right?
him.
Isn't it?
I recognize him.
Oh, great.
You can tell like here.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jeez,
That
what a
is
baby.
him. Yeah, I can see. Oh, that is.
Yeah. But he goes, I don't want to go first.
I need my jar of dirt.
Don't open the door.
I don't know about this.
Kitty, kitty.
Kitty.
Put the back light on. Flashlight.
I know, nothing's going to go out because I can see
I
it.
keep walking there.
Woo! Someone's going to jump.
Oh, it's his friend. Oh, it's the boner guy.
What the hell are you doing here? Please, Ned.
No, I don't.
Yeah, he's
Oh, I like
abusive.
that.
He's
Oh,
scary.
yeah.
No more fights.
Good. No more nightmares for either one of us then.
Don't say stuff like that.
When did you have a nightmare?
Guys can have nightmares too, you know.
Jesus.
Keep looking.
Crash!
Okay.
Whoa, that's a hard
Wow,
freaking throw. That's like a
And she
BB
goes
gun.
right to it still.
No,
Let me stick my finger in it.
The next one's going to go right through your eyeball.
This one goes.
Somebody there?
I can't believe
Someone
I would be
threw a
telling
freaking
everyone
pebble at your window not to crack it.
Let's
And
go
you're
ahead
still
and
going
do it.
out.
with weapons.
No weapon.
God, barefoot.
You're going to need that as a shield.
Oh,
he's got a hat.
boy. She's out there. I can't believe it.
Ooh.
Oh, my God.
Shit. That's all.
Ew!
Please. What?
What is it? Some kind of alien? He's going to be right at the door.
Oh, that was cool.
How was that?
God.
He's magic, man. And so she does.
Ew.
Oh,
Green.
yeah, this is sick.
It's got to be a nightmare.
He's just looking. He's not even gonna pull it open.
So it's.
Oh no.
Oh, so she's having a nightmare.
Oh, he's gonna watch it get big. Oh!
What the hell?
What is going on?
What?
Oh, holy crap!
This is.
Holy
The
cow!
house must be
What the-
possessed or something.
The Exorcist.
Yeah. Oh.
Holy crap!
He's just-
That's terrifying.
God, this is.
Get out of the room and get the other two.
No one else is hearing this? Holy crap.
Holy crap.
Oh, sick.
Open the door.
We're gonna blame him.
What the?
You're gonna think he did it. I mean, how do you explain that?
Yeah, right.
Holy crap.
And he kept saying, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, so... Oh, he
He's
took off.
Are you
She
taking her
better
to
watch
school?
out next.
Hello.
Oh boy.
Oh, maybe they're just detectives
Yeah,
because
they probably are.
she knows the kid. He's gone. He's behind.
Jeez, this guy! He just leaps in all the time.
Oh God.
She thinks you murdered her friend.
They're gonna kill me for sure.
Nobody's gonna kill you.
Jesus Christ.
Which way?
Crap.
Right or left?
Yep.
He's gonna get shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna close the case and be like, he did it. Hey, what?
Oh boy.
That's freaky. Ooh.
What the hell?
So she must be dreaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Look at everyone else is really stiff.
Still. And this like craziness.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we're at the corner.
Oh, jeez.
Where's your pass? Screw your piss.
Didn't you see the...
Well, why did you see her? But she was wearing the sweater, the red and green, right?
Yeah, right?
What the...
Ew.
Ew.
Oh my God.
That's a crazy hall monitor.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of like...
It was just like this.
Same kind of space as
That's right.
what Tina experienced. She's next.
My God, yeah.
She goes in front of the
That's
fire.
the same
She's next.
thing.
Maybe she could figure a way to resist or hurt him.
Who are you?
Ew! It's full of maggots.
Wormy green pus guy. That laughs.
Oh, this is a... Oh my God.
He'll open it for you.
Oh my God.
Ew.
Freddy.
Ew.
Fun weirdo.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, the poor baby.
Everything's all right now.
Oh, wow.
Sit down.
How's her arm?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Someone walk her home.
Yeah. Boy.
Yeah, I'll go straight home.
She needs someone to go with her.
That, my, definitely.
Hall pass.
Oh, fuck you. Excuse my language.
You're all past.
Back to work.
God.
Someone go with her.
I know.
I don't mind it.
God.
She was levitating.
Because somebody cut her while I watched.
And you didn't get a look at it.
You couldn't even see the fucker. You could just see cuts happening all at once. But I thought it was just another nightmare. Like the one I had the night before.
Oh, boy.
Oh, so he's been having him too. Don't go in the bathtub. Now I'm scared of everything.
God, the rhyme.
I don't know.
Whoa, right away! Ew.
Oh my God.
That's the worst. Owie, owie.
Oh, God. This is not.
What the hell?
I just got
Ew.
Oh my God.
Oh,
put that sweater on. Ew! What the hell?
Huh?
Pull me on.
Oh crap!
There
There you go.
Oh.
He's got her as soon as she falls asleep.
Yeah, once he has you, you can't wake up, I guess.
Yeah. Mama.
Because now I think
It's like
she's
it's
still stuck in
deeper.
the
It's like the bathtub is deeper.
But I heard you
I
screaming.
thought you were taking a bath, not a shower. It's all steamy.
Tell her.
Yeah.
Tell her the truth.
Hundreds of people a year get killed like that, honey. I know, but I'm okay, Mother. I'm sorry for scaring you. It's okay.
Go for a run or something.
What's Freddy doing while he's waiting?
Yeah. You can't stay awake forever.
Glenn?
You can starve him out. Uh-oh. Yeah, so they all must be in a nightmare together. They all
Yeah.
fell asleep.
Uh-oh, Glenn's gone.
He stepped away weird before.
Why don't you call the police?
Ooh, he just goes right through it.
Right
Ooh.
through it. Oh, he's sleeping. He's like, ha ha ha, you're next, little girl.
Jeez.
Maybe he feeds off fear and stuff and pain, so I would look away. I don't know. Crap.
Oh, crap. Oh, my God, she's still awake, though. You can't touch her. No fair.
Now he's moving fast. I love the run.
This is just a dream. He isn't real.
Wake him up! Wake him up!
Oh, dang. He's going to see the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
And where's
No,
Mama?
not the same. Oh,
Put
my
that damn
God.
arm off.
Holy crap.
Then Glenn is going to do the same
Glenn?
thing as Rod before.
Wake up, honey.
Oh, yeah.
He's just messing with you now.
Oh,
Uh-oh,
wow.
feather's flying.
Oh, jeez.
Ew.
Holy
wow.
And your mom? Crap.
You mind telling me what's going on?
Just come on.
Wow.
Garcia. I've got to see Rod Lane again.
You know, I took the night shift so I could get some peace and quiet.
It's urgent.
Ooh, he is there. Ew.
Ew, this is so
Invasion of privacy.
Holy smoke.
Gosh.
Whatever means
Whoa.
necessary.
So that's perfect. They're going to think he killed himself.
That's right.
Yeah. He's calling for help.
Yeah.
See?
Is
He's
that in a
calling for
nightmare,
help.
though?
That's right.
He's going to hang it up, so he's not going to float.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on. Come on, come on. And there's no finger pointing.
Holy crap!
He's
It's going
hanging
to...
himself.
Oh, they're going to
Wow.
see it as a suicide.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Come on.
Hurry up, hurry up.
Holy
yeah,
crap,
See,
hurry
that's what
up.
it is. See, that's what it
It's
is.
too late.
See, now it's
But where are they going to see it?
Grab his leg. I got him.
Did we get it
Oh,
in time?
man. Jeez, that was fast.
Oh.
boy.
And he wears a weird hat. And a red and green sweater, really dirty. And he uses these knives, like giant fingernails.
Listen to her.
Yeah.
You're a cop, man.
Yeah.
I know it's your kid.
They
But,
keep her home for a few days until she really gets over the shock of this.
well, at least she's getting good sleep.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. He never gets this high.
Oh, never gets this high. Oh, no, never gets this high.
Oh, good. I'm glad they're experiencing it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see this now.
Maybe she'll have scratches on her.
Yeah.
Is he going to sedate her?
Her hair.
Oh,
Whoa.
look at here.
This'll help me sleep.
She doesn't want to sleep. She doesn't want to sleep.
Yeah, like you immediately do that without...
Ah.
Oh, look at it. Yeah.
His
Oh, you got the hat?
came out of my...
Yeah.
What? Well, if you can get injured.
Yep, she didn't have anything on her.
I grabbed it off his head.
Holy crap. You're going to stay here a little while longer, honey.
Whoa! I mean, come on. They saw this shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
That's
I'm so
insane.
glad
They
did
put
it
her there.
I think she could pull that out.
Yeah,
Just a nightmare.
Yeah, the mom's annoying.
she knows, yeah.
Go
Yeah,
to
because
Dad and
she
ask
knows about it, and then
Yeah.
she's saying she's in denial and blaming her for being nuts
Ask.
over
Go
it.
to
Like
Dad
it's even
and
worse.
ask about.
She knew the guy.
Wow. So they could joke about it, I guess.
Booby traps and improvised anti-personnel devices?
Come down to the cellar with me and I'll tell you.
I don't trust the way she's
Come
The mother-
acting.
The
Yeah.
mother's weird.
Did she fall asleep?
Did they put him away? Well, the lawyers got fat and the judge got famous, but somebody forgot to sign the search warrant in the right place and Kruger was free just like that. What did you do, Mother? A bunch of us parents tracked him down after they let him out. We found him in an old abandoned boiler room where he used to take his kids.
Oh, that's why he looks the way he does.
But he can't get you now. He's dead, honey, because Mommy killed him.
Wow. Is that like his hand
Oh,
or claw or
that's lovely.
something?
Took his lives.
And now that's why
You
he's
didn't
haunting
even
that
show
place.
your husband, your ex-husband.
Wow, it's exactly the same thing.
Holy crap.
So's okay now.
You keep them there?
You can sleep.
I mean, you can sleep because she
She's
didn't know
weird.
about any of this.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Oh, she.
Glenn, honey?
Oh no, is he sleeping? He's sleeping!
Fell asleep.
Oh no, Mommy's gonna see this.
Oh no, he's next.
Oh no, I fell asleep and it's after midnight. Don't worry, Mommy will kill everyone for you. Oh, that coffee.
So I talked about a guy that I never really heard of
Right.
before, and
That's
yet
why,
And I
yeah.
didn't tell
he's
my
been
ex-husband.
dead. There's no
Wow.
coincidence that you know stuff about him.
Mother's
Things are
weird.
happening to you. Well, she has her own issues, addiction.
Yeah,
you
she
know.
has.
Definitely she does.
Yeah, because she had to do that to a child murderer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
protecting kids.
I don't want that kid hanging around with her son anymore.
Oh, come on.
Wake up.
Come on.
He's sleeping.
Oh, jeez.
Oh
Oh
no.
no, now the father's gonna hang it.
Just a minute.
It's her. She wants to talk to Glenn.
About what?
What's this about, Nancy? Just a minute.
She says it's private. Very private. Very important.
Give me that.
Oh
Go to
no.
sleep. You don't have to
He's
talk to
gonna
him.
die.
Oh,
You just gotta be firm with these kids, that's all. Let's go.
Oh crap, he's gonna die.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
crap.
they're all
no, no, he's not going to
chopped
wake up.
meat now.
Ah,
Uh-oh, maybe she fell asleep
boy.
too.
Oh, it's got him.
Oh, boy.
Ew.
Oh, so sick. Oh,
Oh no, he's gone. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Station KRGR leaving the air.
Crap. Oop.
Oh
Ooh, it gets
run
her right in.
away.
no! Oh
Run
no!
away. Whoa.
Bye, Glenn.
Oh, boy.
Oh, crap.
Wow.
We'll get a
Boy,
TV
it's
now.
everything.
Ew.
Ew!
Oh,
That is so bizarre.
Whoa.
Ew!
Freaking volcano of blood.
Holy
Wow.
crap!
Oh,
Nasty,
shit.
nothing left. Oh, she sees it
See,
all.
now she'll see it. Oh, now she'll see
See,
it.
now Mom's
Yeah.
gonna see this. Where's Daddy? So he can
Holy
experience
crap!
That's right. Oh, my.
Ew!
Oh.
this. Where's the freaking father?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ness. Wave to her.
Waving?
Oh, great. And she's get her out of there.
I know! It's
Right,
just
Her
right.
boyfriend, for crying out loud.
I want you to be there to arrest him when I bring him out, okay?
Just
Just tell me who did it. I'll go get him, baby.
Fred Krueger did it, Daddy. And only I can get him. It's my nightmare he comes to. Just come here and break the door down in exactly 20 minutes. Can you do that?
Yeah, sure.
You better listen to her. She's going to be next.
Sure, he's not.
They're
Oh,
gone,
they're
so
gone.
he takes them. And he's,
Oh, that's what he does.
Maybe that makes
He
him
takes
stronger
them to
now
use
because he
them
has a
in the
physical one. Yeah, the same room where he died.
that's weird.
Ooh, yeah, it doesn't bother him.
You better watch out. She hasn't slept in 7 days. You know.
She's a little crazy.
Aww,
Oh, buddy,
Glenn.
oh,
Yeah, phones.
Oh, there's, whoa.
Whoa!
Wow.
That's bizarre.
Be careful of those bushes.
The damn roses.
Always look behind you.
Right
He's
behind
backing up.
Yes, right back.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Because you're not
Behind
looking.
you.
He's right behind.
Oh, wow.
And he doesn't have his hat.
Oh, wow,
She
look
has
at
it.
Crap.
Oh, God. Enough.
Where is he?
Crap. Nope, you didn't bring him with you.
Probably would be there.
The boogeyman.
Oh.
Give him some coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Wow, he's out and about. Get him.
Come on.
Say intruder.
Her.
Mommy's drunk and she locked the door. I can't get out.
Yeah, come on. You idiots, come on.
Come on. Boing.
Yeah, thanks
Oh, wait,
a lot.
no.
Ooh. Well, it hurts him.
I was hoping you would get
It's
his
good that it
hat.
hurts him.
That's right. Oh, jeez.
Hold
Damn
back.
it!
He's right
If
there.
Mom didn't lock all the
Right there.
freaking doors, she can get
My
out.
God.
Where's her mom?
Maybe it's good that
Probably
she's sleeping.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Not again.
wow. They're not going
No
there.
one's even.
Come on, all that noise and everything.
Terrible
Come on! What an ass! What an ass!
Oh, now we believe her because you see it.
Oh, God.
Come on!
What the heck? All that commotion.
I think she can do it herself anyway. She doesn't need him.
slow.
Oh, is that gasoline? And now try to get the hell out of there.
The whole house is going to be.
Oh, my God. She won't
Wow,
get out because
fire.
the doors are locked. Come on, you idiots.
No one's looking at him!
These guys are
What are you,
terrible. That took too long.
Get a
Oh,
freaking...
dumb.
Get him out!
Oh, finally.
What an ass.
Yeah,
They're all
Smoke's
terrible.
coming out.
God. Yes, mother locked the doors.
The only reason why he's doing that is because of the smoke now.
Oh, now he comes running. You're fired.
Good. He's
They're
probably
bare
going to
feet.
get the mother.
Oh no! Oh
Look
no!
at
That's
Have
it.
someone else see it! Have someone else see it! Where's
Is she
Mom?
dead?
That's not the
Dad's
father,
seeing
yeah.
it now.
Oh, yeah.
Finally. Where are the other cops?
Whoa.
Oh
the
man,
hell?
she's
That's the
dead.
mother, yeah.
Mom's like,
The way he looks at her, like.
Oh, yeah.
I knew your mother was a demon.
Oh, wow. God. Not through yet.
She wants to finish this.
Yeah, she knows it's not done.
Oop, yep.
Oh,
And
there,
all
yeah.
coming back out.
Holy crap.
Do you have the crucifix? Ugh,
Oh,
it's gonna
she's
be your
going to do
mom.
something, maybe.
Ew.
I know you're there, Freddy.
What the hell?
Ew.
Shit.
So we can't do anything when her back's turned.
Oh,
Okay.
What the?
I have to look at this now.
I'll see you.
What?
Your friends
Maybe
are
she
back.
did
It's
go
all
under.
like
back
misty
now.
though.
See,
Like
there they are.
this is a dream still.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Oh, I
Yeah.
believe anything is possible.
Yeah, this is all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, the colors.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Crap.
Oh boy.
No matter
Yeah.
what.
Oh,
See?
crap. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Oh
She's
no.
like, I'm Freddy now. I'm Frederica.
My God. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
She's like,
Okay.
I'm
Is
the
that her?
devil.
What?
Oh my God.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh, sick!
Oh God, that was. Whoa.
What the
Oh
hell?
jeez.
Fix.
That's it.
It gave me
That's
chills
it?
at the end
Oh
there.
my God. That's it. Oh God.
That was bizarre at the end. The whole thing was, but
My
The
God.
footsteps.
someone's running.
Yeah.
Ooh, I got the chills a little bit from that.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That was
God,
so
oh
weird
God.
how her mom was acting.
That's right.
So it must have been, who knows? Did
What
she
happened?
really die? Is she just like so, has such PTSD that she's just like,
I said she was really weird, so I don't
You
know what's
know,
happening.
she's been through so much, maybe she was just dreaming that. Like now she's getting a good night's sleep and she's just dreaming that her friends
Yeah.
are back and her mom's back.
The ending, I'm sure a lot of people interpret it differently. That did shock me at the end, and I didn't like it at first, but now I'm trying to think about the ending more, and I kind of like how it's confusing, where I took that part as she was still dreaming because we saw, she's talking to her mom, everything's like happy and fine, she's hearing these perfect things like, I'm just gonna quit drinking, like her mom
Yeah,
had this
that's
long
right.
problem.
She would
for
never
her,
say
so
that.
No,
she might
wouldn't,
try, but it was
Yeah.
just like too happy.
Yeah.
And it was extremely misty, so it seemed
Right.
like we were
that
still in a
definitely
dream.
was like a dream, yeah.
And then we saw the red and green stripes on the convertible.
That's
So
right.
absolutely,
Closing all the
it's Freddy
windows.
Krueger
Oh
mocking
yeah,
them
they're
or her.
screaming. Yeah,
Yeah, like
they're
he's
locked
never going to
in.
be finished.
Never, yeah.
Yeah,
So what actually happened at the end? I mean, she turned her back on Freddy, and then he disappeared. So it seems like that did happen in her nightmare. She was talking to Glenn before, and they were talking about dreams, and you can do certain things.
Yeah,
to,
that
can
sleep
change
skill.
it.
Yeah.
and to like tell yourself
gosh,
something
it's
different, so that way Freddy can't get what he wants, I guess. But okay, so I'm kind of thinking that kind of happened in her nightmare, and she can resist him, but for only so long. So she's still getting tormented by him. So he's not dead. Anyways, I like the mystery. I'm still kind of like, what?
Yeah,
But
me too.
Yeah, it's
It's bizarre.
well, that's the word I kept using, and it was, but I liked it. I liked how it wasn't just, a madman in the neighborhood. I liked how it was more paranormal,
Yeah.
and they had religion involved with
That's
it,
right,
where,
the cross,
the crucifix kept falling off the wall, and that was I thought that was going to probably be a bigger thing, but
yeah, I thought she was going to fight with that or something.
yeah, I thought that was going to really save her.
That's right,
I thought her mom, her mom was very weak herself emotionally because she's been through a trauma before and she had to kill this man. But there was a huge disconnect in a small community where the father,
Didn't know what
like
there.
like no one told the father,
That's
like,
right.
that this Freddy Krueger thing was, come up. Maybe that's why they divorced. I don't know,
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
I know, because he was very
law
cold.
enforcement, yeah.
And I know her father, Nancy's father really cares for her, but just the way he acted, I'm just like, he's really cold. And I thought that was going to develop more where, yes, we know that Marge and her dad got divorced and they're not on good terms, really, that Marge has a problem. And yet he kind of just dismisses it because like his daughter's living with her, and her mom has an alcohol problem, and he's just kind of like his job, and he's very distant from her. And at one point when they were by the car, and she mentioned this Freddy Krueger or something with fingernails or these razors or fingers, and they both kind of had a look of, oh, well, they knew something about that. Yeah. Then we heard her mom talk about it more, that she did know. So I kind of feel like her father knows too, but we just didn't elaborate. We didn't get anything else out of that.
And he didn't want to hear it. He didn't want to. He wanted just to dismiss it. And the mom seemed very, very spot on with her care. Got her to the sleep disorder clinic. Wanted to, treat her more than just having her just stay home. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, look, her friend just died. You can't just keep her at home. She's got to get some therapy. She needs friends. She needs socialization. At the very least, the parents have to stay home with her or something.
Yeah.
And but it was good that to bring her to the sleep clinic. That was good. And then maybe she's just a closet drinker, and Nancy's not telling Dad, because she seemed well put together in the bebeginning until these things were unfolding. Yeah. And then she's like, oops, maybe that murder that happened is tied up to this. But she kept telling her daughter to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. And locking every entryway. That's just, you got to deal with that. And that's how Nancy does. She does deal with things, apparently. I mean, she it looks like she got rid of the demon.
Yeah, but she set the trap.
But the mom didn't. She wanted just to not look at it and just go to sleep. Everything's going to be all right,
Yeah.
But and then for the other cops just to listen to Nancy as she's screaming for help, they're probably thinking, well, she's been through a lot, and just ignore her. She just needs sleep.
I know, and I'm like, but there's someone in distress.
So much emotion going on in there.
You've got the coroner's office.
Check it out. Just ignore her.
her.
Because if anything, even if you think she's nuts, she might be harming herself. She just broke a couple freaking windows, and she's yelling, probably cutting herself. Who knows? And they just freaking ignore her. And
and then you think, okay, well, the mom's in there. At the very least, we should go check on, both of them. Maybe, Nancy did go cuckoo and something happened to her mom too. So
and having all those bars on every single window, you can't get out of the house. Like you'd be like, oh, fire hazard. Like
that's right.
I'd be checking that place out just to be like, okay, well, this is kind of odd, and there's some dangers where people can't help you because you're locked in, and but back then they're just like, whatever, she's nuts. They're just doing it for precaution. We don't have to check in on them and see if they're okay or whatnot. But I was a little bit frustrated at Nancy's mom, but the more we watched this, like, I felt bad for her because she did have an addiction. I didn't realize how bad it was until we started seeing hints of it. And then she had the bottle that she was actually downing. Constantly. And, so she was kind of, she has her own challenges that she's dealing with. And her daughter really had to step up and take care of her, and she was really on her own this whole time. She was. We've seen horror movies, like, I love Jamie Lee Curtis, but she's like epic mom, and she wants to like save her kids no matter what, and then you have this mom that she really needs help herself, and she can't really help her kid. Like, she really tries in her own way, like the sleep studies and stuff. Like, I'm glad that even though she thought she was crazy, it was her own demon she was fighting, because she went through a terrible thing when she was younger. She murdered a child because that child was murdering other people. So the fact that Freddy was even a real person at one point, not just a demon, like, I guess he was an actual human maybe, killing people, and then she killed him, which, it was a terrible death, so he was
she killed him in the boiler room.
So that became his thing. So to have the mom completely just distraught and kind of lost in her own head, and talking to her daughter saying like, oh, we killed him a long time ago. Like, your daughter knew nothing really about Freddy Krueger, and she's telling you all these details, and the color of his sweatshirt, the actual hat that he wore, the freaking razor fingers, and yet there was no conversation there before this, and the mother just acts like, but he's gone now, so it's okay. Like, they've had this discussion before, and
all
I'm like,
this stuff is happening because of this. You have his hat. This is his name in it. I mean,
she didn't even tell her husband.
Right,
all
and
this
she
stuff
should
is
be
going on.
telling,
Come on,
the
this- the
authorities
police
or
officer,
some
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
paranormal specialist or
That's right.
something, because it's clearly
That's right,
going
yeah.
from
Okay.
reality to the dream state back to reality. I
That's
mean,
right.
people are dying now because of when you get into a dream state. So, I mean, it's going to the next generation. Like he's after the mom. She had the claws
That's
down-
Yeah,
Downstairs.
so hey, that's perfect. That's like the
Yes.
hub or the base to make, for the spirit to be
Right,
attracted
so
to
it's
it, maybe
there. The
stronger
house
or
is
something.
demonized now.
Yeah.
And I'd bag out of that house, boy.
boy.
Yeah, so to have like the mom have all these issues, and she did, we found out she did believe her daughter, because then she, barred all the windows and everything, and she was in her own denial, like he's dead though, and but the fact that she kept patronizing her kid or just like acting like she was stupid and like you are nuts, like she literally said she was nuts. And you're going crazy when she was speaking the truth, because the mom couldn't hear it. Like she had her own demons that she had to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
How would her daughter know these details?
That's right.
How come these
Like
children now are still dying?
That's right.
And
his hands,
wicked ways too. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, look at Glenn. They couldn't even really find anything of him.
I
isn't that
know.
gross?
Oh,
Yeah.
it was really.
His poor mom. She was very sweet mom.
Yeah,
Oh, I
it
know.
just-
She was
yeah.
sweet. And
Oh.
people judging,
Boy.
like the dad judging
Oh, the-
Nancy.
Yeah,
like, oh,
it's
yeah.
all her
Like,
fault.
Yeah.
like
I don't
her
want-
her best friend was brutally murdered. If anything, you just saw all the gruesome blood, and her
That's
body
right.
was like
Yeah.
unrecognizable, or at least her, it was just completely shredded into pieces.
Yeah.
And it recently happened, and yet they're judging her. Oh, I don't want my son hanging out with her.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, the mom was nice, and this was really freaky. I never ever saw this movie before. I've heard of Freddy Krueger, and
I did too.
I have.
Never knew.
I've heard of Freddy Krueger, of course,
No,
but
I never saw that.
never knew that it was to this extent.
Oh,
of,
this is
the
really
horror.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I know people might get annoyed at this because I never watched this growing up, but like I kind of thought like Freddy Krueger, and I think his name is Edward Scissorhands or something. I kind of like kept mixing the two up, thinking they were the same.
Well,
'cause I
there's a
think they
Johnny
both have
Depp
scissor
connection.
hands. Yeah, because I think Johnny Depp was in
Johnny Depp.
Edward
Yeah.
Scissorhands or
Yes.
something, which I haven't seen. But I've heard a lot. I have friends that watch horror movies, and
Probably just because of the connection with the claws.
Yeah, claws.
yeah.
That's right.
So I love how you noticed Johnny Depp first, because I knew he looked familiar, but it took me a bit to actually
Right.
find out, like figure
Well,
out
You
that
said
was
it
him.
was
He's so young.
1984. I mean, he was a baby back then. So
Yeah, so much
yeah.
so.
you could really tell his
right.
features once you look at him with the
Oh,
cheekbones.
Yeah, and the
and
lips
stuff
too,
and the
like right
mouth.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can really
Yeah.
see it. And
That's for
he
sure.
died a brutal death in this, but
Oh, boy.
the
yes.
way Freddy Krueger kills people, it's so, I know you kept saying bizarre, but it is, and it's freaky. Like it kept giving me chills because it was more paranormal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, yes, you had razor hands, you're getting sliced up in nasty ways, but then when Glenn like exploded in just a freaking
that
neat
was really
Yeah,
blood's
it was just like a
this
all I could
splashy,
think of was a
yeah, it was just
volcano.
really disgusting.
Yeah,
And-
poor Glenn's mother, when she went into the room and saw
I
him.
know.
Yeah, it's like, how do you even explain that? And there's a big hole in the bed, and then
that's not
Tina,
really
to see
Tina
the
was-
first major death like that, like holy crap, an exorcist up on the wall, on the ceiling,
My
screaming,
God, yes.
writhing around, and yet her boyfriend, he's helpless, he can't do anything.
That's
Like I wouldn't know what to do there if I saw someone on the ceiling
And
getting
Sure,
that was
yeah.
frustrating
Sliced
to
up.
me because when he's explaining it to Nancy, he's not saying that she's up in the air, like levitating and,
That's
being all
right.
contortionist and, all bloodied up. He's saying that he saw the claw marks, but it was invisible. Like
Yeah.
he couldn't see them.
Yeah, but what about
That
all the
was
other-
that was a good thing for her to know, because then she's like, holy crap, we're having all the same dream,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not to say that she was up on the ceiling,
Yeah,
crawling
yeah,
around.
yeah.
I mean, nobody would do that in a normal death,
And I think that's always like the joke too.
It is.
Yeah.
Where,
Leave a lot of
Newer-
big clues out.
yeah, like newer horror movies, like, sometimes we hear jokes about how like there's certain things, like people just make bad decisions and leave a lot of major details out, so that way you're yelling at the screen frustrated because people just miscommunicate everything.
Yes,
Oh my
and that's
God,
what we were
make bad
doing in the
decisions all
beginning
the
of this
time.
movie, because it was a dream. And Tina was going toward the whispers of her name, And I'm like,
got
what are
lost
you
of
doing?
time.
You got a
I'd
long
go the
night
other
out. I go
way.
the other way.
Oh my
But it
God.
was a dream.
That's
so
right, yeah.
You know, that's of course, like a major thing that I enjoyed about this movie, that we didn't know if it was a dream state at first because we were joking about the nightgown, then we realized she was dreaming. Where most times, like, I was trying to predict when we were in the real world, when we were dreaming, and I stopped talking at one point because I kept trying to spew out, I think this is a dream, I think this is real. I kept thinking more dream every single time to have that twist, but it wasn't always the case. And I love not knowing exactly, okay, is this real? Is she really awake? Or is this part of the nightmare kind of thing? And Freddy is very, conniving. Like, he knows how to mess with you. And yes, he waits for you to go to sleep. He acts immediately. Like, right when Nancy fell asleep in the bathroom, his hand was right up in a second. Like, that was so creepy. And
that was.
Yeah, like, he's right there. And not ever knowing, because when you fall asleep, it could be fast if you're really that exhausted. And being like, okay, well, when you're having a dream, I don't know if you've ever had this experience, but sometimes when I have a bad dream, I can kind of tell myself that this is a bad dream, wake up, but then you can't leave until something like jump scares you or you fall or something. So, like, I kept thinking of that, like, watching this, like, okay, well, here Nancy's like, okay, this is a dream, where she's trying to wake herself up, and then she can finally. And I have actually done that too before. So, it's pretty, like, freaky, and
it is.
I know a lot of people can relate to that with the nightmares and trying to wake yourself up.
I've been through that before, And I get, intense nightmares where, I wake myself up prior to something, like, detrimental happening, thank God. And I'm like, maybe I should look this up. What does that mean?
I hear that a lot too, because I've had dreams like that where, like, you're just about to die and then you just wake up and I'm like, oh God, and you can't, Google everything, so it'll make you nuts. But I'm like, oh God, like, that's terrible. But you usually wake up just before something really bad happens. And sometimes I have, like, I hate it too. Not often, but I'll have, like, a paranormal dream and it'll freak me out so bad, and I'll wake up just cold because I'm just so scared, and I'm like, oh, then I can't go back to sleep. And I just hate those dreams or nightmares, and it makes you go like, okay, like, I know that wasn't real, but could that be tied to something? Anyways, it just freaks you out in that moment where you're trying to, like, be like, okay, it's just a nightmare, you're okay, everything's safe.
I liked this movie as I like the thought of the paranormal stuff, because once, like, Freddy was going after Tina and she was in the backyard, and then all of a sudden he, like, jumped out of nowhere from behind that tree, like, in the back of the yard. I was like, there was no way a regular human could do that, because I mean, he was just too fast. I'm like, okay.
One thing that really threw me off was when Freddy, like, extended his arms and they were all crazy.
Really weird.
But that was kind of neat that they did that, because I didn't know he could do that. But it's a nightmare, and you have really weird things happen. So how freaky is that, So I'm glad it wasn't, like, an ongoing thing, because you just need the shock factor once to see that, because then it's, like, kind of funny. But then again, it's an older movie too. Not that that always matters, but I could handle this better just because of certain effects and everything than other horror movies that I get really super terrified with. But seeing him like that was very freaky, so I kind of liked that. And just him, like, in the shadows and having fun, like, torturing people. It was just very alarming.
He's all burned, and then when his face peeled off,
and sometimes it was
saw
Tina.
The skull.
And like sometimes he was pretending to be Tina, like you hear Tina's voice, and then he'd rip off a different face. And, so he kept, like, doing, like, really disturbing things to really freak out people. So, what is Freddy Krueger's purpose? Like, is he just seeking vengeance because he did go after Nancy's mom at the end and killed her? Did she actually die? I'm assuming that she actually did, but we just never left that nightmare, and maybe we were at her mom's nightmare at the end if she did survive, or maybe Nancy never woke up and she still, because she went to a good place kind of sort of in her head, but Freddy's always following her.
And she was, she was relatively drunk that night too, so that hopefully it didn't, she wasn't in too much pain.
That's right.
But I think, Freddy Krueger was a child murderer, so they killed him. She still had his claws down in the basement. everything was tied with a boiler room.
That's right.
And I think, he was just possessed so much.
He's back for revenge.
Yeah, and he's just doing,
Definitely,
she was an adult, so to kill him, because she was a parent, and she helped with other parents. So was it Tina's parents too? Because Tina was the first one that died.
Yeah, so I'm kind of thinking they were all connected.
Maybe it's like a
Right.
next generation, we're
That's
still going to
right,
get
yeah.
your kids.
Yeah,
No
Yes,
matter
that's
what,
the
ongoing thing.
beyond the
That's probably
grave, I'm
is,
still
yeah.
going to get your kids.
Yeah, so I do
true.
agree. I do think it's
That's
just
true. It's all
purely
related,
vengeance. And his story is so not just tragic though. Like it sounded like if the mom was telling the truth and he was a murderer to begin with, because he's like this demon now attacking other people. But what happens if he was an innocent kid and the mom was a little crazy and they murdered this kid, blaming him for murders that he didn't do, and that made him twisted and seek revenge. And that would be an interesting twist too.
That
but
would
I doubt
be.
it.
I thought
I think-
I took it as he was an adult killing kids. But
Oh, was that it? I kind of thought it was
maybe. I don't know. He was a child
So I
murderer.
misinterpreted,
He killed
yeah.
Yeah, I
kids.
think it probably.
because
yeah, think so.
she did say child murderer, and I was thinking, because it was the mom back when, like
Yeah.
before she had her daughter. So I was thinking that they were all kids, and she murdered someone her age because he was killing people their age.
Yeah,
or
maybe
something
he
when they
was.
were
Yeah,
kids.
maybe
Yeah.
he was.
That's how I took it, but
Yeah.
again, I could totally be wrong.
Yeah,
'cause
he
that's
could be
how I
an
assumed.
adult and he was killing all children. That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So maybe it was just
Either way,
not just that,
yeah,
but maybe
yeah.
that was it. So I do think
That's
he
what I
was a
took.
child murderer, and the mom killed him because he was an evil man, and his vengeful spirit is so evil. Even though he's not like Michael, but that's kind of where I'm comparing it, like Mike
Yeah.
Myers, but where he's just so evil that his spirit is just around, and now he's rooted to this place where he died. And of course, the mom freaking keeping the claws, which is his signature weapon, keeps him stronger there, and he just wants to kill everyone. So
like a souvenir for him.
going, yeah, right, yeah, and going beyond that, I'm kind of like. I know he has fun doing this in the afterlife, but is there more to it where he's not just a sicko just getting enjoyment out of killing people, but does he need to feed off of the souls that he tortures and stuff to keep doing what he's doing? Or
Right, and
so
now
there's a lot
Nancy
of
took that
questions.
energy away from him. So is it going to go into Nancy? That could be a thing too. I don't know.
Yeah, I know there's
I mean,
other
we saw
movies,
her
but-
going out of the house, thinking of her mom being just the opposite. She's okay now. Her friends are okay now. Who knows? Could be Nancy now.
Yeah, I think that was still a dream at the end. I don't think any of
that
them
was
were
a dream
alive.
at the end.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
she
so,
was
too.
dreaming it, but I think, who knows? Maybe it was possessed and went into Nancy.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, like the way it
Yeah.
disappeared, it looked like it was a good thing.
He's
'cause
like,
her back was turned, but
and then she
Yeah.
just,
yeah.
everything's fine now.
So,
My
yeah.
friends are back.
And you have this rhyme, 1, 2, and they like have that rhyme about
right.
Freddy
Yes,
and
right.
have the crucifix and stuff like that. Where did this even start? I mean, did that
I
start when
know.
the mom was young, when they first killed the child murderer? I mean,
Maybe when they were
Okay, yeah.
jumping rope. I remember 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's
But,
freaky.
maybe they
Yeah, 1, 2, 3,
did
4,
the
5,
parrot.
yeah.
Yeah, so
parody
where
of
did
it.
that originate?
Yeah.
Who started singing that first?
Right,
Because
okay,
apparently
yeah.
Freddy has a history in the afterlife of killing people. It didn't stop with
that's
just the
right,
mom. Like there's other
Right.
stories maybe we didn't hear or something. And I know there's other movies, so I'm curious if we're gonna have like in between stories to explain Freddy more. Any previous killings?
You like a
when
prequel,
he's
like
been
we can
dead?
see how it happens.
That's right,
see
yeah.
how
Or
they
like
killed him.
how
Yeah.
That's right.
when he killed when he was alive and he actually killed
Right.
people, or
Yeah.
when he was murdered too. Did he kill a series of kids in nightmares before this movie? And I'm guessing that there'll be movies
Okay,
that
yeah.
take place after this one. And are we going to have like Nancy? Is she still alive? And are we going to learn more about Freddy? And I just feel like his demon character is going to need more drive than just like enjoying torturing people. I feel like he's going to need it to keep surviving, like he needs to feed off their energy, like their life source or
Maybe, who
something.
knows?
And,
Yeah.
but yeah, so the idea of nightmare reality where it's blurred sometimes, where it's not just being asleep. Like yes, when Nancy woke up, the nightmare would be disrupted, but at the same time, she could grab his hat, like she could bring him into reality. Like that's a crazy thing. And obviously he can injure you, and when you wake up, it's there. So it kind of would make sense that if it can happen to you in real life, that there could be a possibility of bringing a physical form, I guess, over too. Point. So that was interesting to me.
It was, yeah.
And I think they all should move off of Elm Street.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right? The fact that the mom, like, murdered someone and kept the claws, or the razor claws or whatever, like, I would have moved away. I mean, I know people have... you know, struggles where you can't, maybe you shouldn't have money, you can afford to leave.
And if there was multiple people in on that, because, you know, of a technicality, why he didn't go to jail, and you had multiple, you know, parents that were in on it, you know, it's a small town. Someone's going to talk sometime. I know she just told her daughter, but... you know, her daughter's very vulnerable. She's having these nightmares. I mean, she could have went right to Daddy and said, Mommy just told me about this guy, and I'm dreaming of this guy now, and it was before she told me about him, so what's going on? I'm surprised the dad didn't take her, though, being so protective, you know.
I was wondering about that, too.
And I wish he was developed more. He was very one-dimensional and just like, this is my job, and I'm just going to, you know, kind of just point my finger at you and make you feel bad about stuff because I care. I'm overprotective, but I'm not going to really listen to you. You know, just job.
And he did. He didn't even take her seriously. He just let her be by herself until she really needed him.
You know, I was in denial when she was saying, Daddy, please, like, be here at, you know, 12:30, you know, I'll have them ready for you. And when he was like, yeah, and kind of dismissing her, I knew he wasn't really, like, listening, but I was kind of hoping he would give her the benefit of the doubt just to check on her at that time, because whether you don't believe her, you think she is going crazy, whatever, like, she's telling you something. She's communicating something with you. Go check on her. You're right across the way.
And she
like
just
no
lost
one's
one of her
dying
best
there.
friends.
I know.
You're at his house right
just
now.
got brutally murdered, and you're just so desensitized. Like, you're not even like, okay, honey, you know I love you. Like, she's going to be freaking more messed up. She lost her best friend recently. It's just crazy, you know? And he's just like, okay. I really thought that he would give the benefit of the doubt just to check on her to make sure she was sleeping and mentally stable or not cutting herself or something at 12:30. Like, she's telling you a time, red flag, like, just go over there and check on her, you know?
And her boyfriend was brutally murdered. I mean, it was like there wasn't even a body to even grab. So the coroner's throwing up. I mean, it's a bad murder scene. And he's not even going to go check on her.
I don't know. Like, it's just so many unknowns, and it's just funny. And
I did feel bad for Rod, too.
I was just going to say Rod, yes.
I did too.
He died. That was the nicest death that happened, but that was the cleanest.
It was really...
I did feel bad for him, and Freddy, again, he's very sneaky, and he knows how to kill people in a way that made him look like he committed suicide, and that he did actually murder Tina, and it was terrible. I'm like, what a way to go, too. Like, you brutally die, you know, you're struggling to stay alive, and people just think the worst of you because you were framed, and it was just awful. But at first, I don't think any of us liked him. I really didn't like him because I even said he was abusive at one point because I know he was being really flirty with Tina and stuff, and they just had that kind of relationship. But I almost took it as in the beginning when we were first getting to know him, and then he shows up at the house and he's like all over Tina, and he's like grabbing her face and stuff and trying to be like cute or whatever, flirty with her. I don't know, but it was like way too physical and dominating to me that it made me kind of like freaked out. Where I'm
especially
like,
when she was asking her friends, "Please stay. I don't want."
I know.
To stay
I'm like,
with
is
you."
he abusing you? And you're scared of him, and you know, you're just with him because like you kind of like it, but you know, you don't know, like. To what extent, like how bad does it really get? So, but I'm glad that it wasn't like that, and he was just tough, you know, and he really did care for her and regretted that she died. I mean, we didn't get like a whole lot of emotion there, but you know, but yeah, so I did feel bad on how
I did too. And the guys weren't really telling the girls that they were having these dreams as well.
I really thought Glenn was going to open up later. I thought that was going to be a shocking reveal.
He was reading up on it. You know, so that tells you that, you know, he was definitely
just
having these
holding in.
dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he kept looking up, and we kept getting those suspenseful pauses where I'm like, okay, these guys know stuff, but I do like the drops of like Rod even saying like, oh yeah, like we'll not have nightmares tonight or something. Like, oh, you're having those dreams too,
Yes.
and so good for Nancy for piecing everything together, staying
That's
strong,
good, yes.
losing so many loving people in
Wow,
her
yeah.
life. Holy crap,
All
taking
3
care of her mom.
friends, Yeah.
Yeah, she
Mom.
lost her good
Yeah.
friends. She had to take care of her mom. Her mom possibly died too,
Yeah,
and her dad doesn't listen to her.
No,
So
he doesn't, no.
she's like on her own. But it just shows like even through all this hell, she was able to fight through it and stay strong in a way.
That's right.
With all this
Definitely.
terrible stuff happening to her,
she
was
was.
able to figure it out and fight back, fight the demon.
Boy.
Woo. So who knows what happened
Alright.
at the end? Without spoiling any other movies, please let us know how you interpreted the end of this one, because I am very curious. I just think there's a lot of different theories for this.
It is. It's
think
just
so.
so
Just like that.
weird because, like, even at the end with the father just leaving the room, like, just stay here. I'm going to walk
And
right
then the door
out.
slams
Right,
again.
Okay,
That
Mom,
was
we
how
don't
it's
see
dreamed.
Mom. I don't know what I'm going to
Yeah.
tell my officers.
Yeah, and again, that was probably a nightmare. I don't
So
really
that
know because
probably
that's borderline.
turned. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
that's right.
probably where it, you know.
Definitely.
it
And then
was
she
the
said,
dream.
"Oh, I was in a nightmare this whole time, or a dream this whole time." So was the whole movie. I hope it wasn't like that, because not that I want everyone to die, but it's Freddy Krueger. When you make the excuse to conclude a story to be like, I woke up and it was a dream this whole time. It's just kind of like, really, what? You know, just a
know.
bad way to wrap up a movie. So maybe the whole thing was just a dream the entire time, but I doubt it.
Man,
Yeah, I
she's
don't
got
think
some
so.
wicked dreams.
Yeah, so because again, we saw
Okay.
Krueger with a striped car
Oh,
top,
God.
and
yeah.
yeah, so I do think that it did happen, and
Oh, yeah.
that maybe Nancy and Freddie are just kind of one now. We're just stuck in this forever.
Yeah, and now she
nightmare
took his
can't get out of.
energy. Yeah.
Maybe. So let us know what you thought.
Yeah,
Thank you
wow.
guys so much for watching. We hope
Yes,
you're
thank
well.
you.
And we'll see you very
Yeah.
soon as always. Bye, guys.
Oh, boy.
Do the metal.
Ah.